Hi everyone, it's me, I'm Jim Spagg, the founder of Humanity School of Understanding, and I'd like to take this opportunity to once again tell you about the 7 ideas of Humanity School of Understanding. So, the first idea is that of the Godhood of man. The idea of the Godhood of man is that each person is a God unto themselves, and that, like a God, they are the creators of their future. So what we're saying is that your future is what you decide to make it. You're the master of your fate and the captain of your soul. Now, we of course understand that everybody has their own idea about what they should believe, and so some people, for example, choose to believe in Buddhism or believe in God, or there are just hundreds of things that different people can accept in their minds to believe. And that's the idea, is that these things all are spiritual, and all spiritual things take place in the mind. Even things like emotion, like love and hate and other feelings of sadness or anger, this all takes place in the mind. And this, of course, is up to each individual. So, Godhood is the major thing that makes Humanity School of Understanding a religion. And it's the world's largest religion because all you have to do to be a member is be a human being. Now, the second idea that we have, if you want to get yourself grounded into the idea of Humanity School of Understanding, is the idea of relating to time and space. You see, it's important to get a feeling of, how you relate to the physical world. And you relate 2 ways. You relate in some ways that you're bigger than a lot of things, and you also relate that in some ways you're smaller than a lot of things. So you can look out and you can look in, and you get a physical feeling of just who you are and where you stand. You can also get a feeling about time because, all things are relative, and time is a very important commodity, especially in this gift that you've been given called life. You see, nobody ever asked to be born, but you were born, and that is a gift. It's a gift called life. Some people are born again when they realize that they were given this wonderful thing called life, and when they do that, they want to find the best way to experience it. And quite often, the people will turn to religion to find answers about what is the best way to spend that time of your life, because you can basically estimate that your life is going to be approximately around 80 years, you see. So these are important things in life, to be aware of life. And like I say, even though you didn't ask for life, you can really have some wonderful experiences. Now, you'll have some sad ones and you'll have some disappointments, but you see, these enhance the happiness, because you can't have good without bad, and you can't have black without white, and you can't have happy without sad. So all things are relative, and we recommend that you relate to time and space, you see. Now, the third recommendation or idea that we have is that of emotional control. You see, life is about emotions. You experience life by how you respond to what you're experiencing and how you feel. And different people will respond in different ways to what's happening to them. Sometimes something will happen to a person and they'll get very angry about it. And yet that very same thing can happen to someone else and they'll be very happy, or they'll be very curious, or there's just different ways. But the point we're trying to make here is that you don't have to lose control of your emotions. Sure, something bad happens to you and you feel very sad and it hurts, but you've got to be able to endure that pain. And you've got to be able to not let the pain take control of your life and maybe ruin the rest of your life. If you feel like crying, well, of course it's good to cry. Let it out. Let the steam out. But don't spend the rest of your life crying, because life goes on until you die, you see? So that's a wonderful thing, learning to control your emotions. And when you can do that, you can also control yourself to stop smoking or stop drinking or stop doing things that are basically destructive to your life. This is the whole point, is the fact that you realize that you are in control of the things you do, and you can decide, what your life is going to be like and what kind of a person you're going to be, instead of just floating down the stream like a leaf. Now, another idea, of course, is the concept of understanding and tolerance. There are all kind of people in this world, and that's what makes life wonderful. And this variety is what kind of enriches us, because there are so many things that they're experiencing that we're not even aware of. and sometimes they'll give us an opportunity to become aware of some of those things. And sometimes when we learn about different cultures and different people, we'll have a hard time understanding why they do that certain thing. We may not even like some of the things that they do. And that's why we must be tolerant, because it's important for us to get along amiably and be peaceful in life. So understanding and tolerance is a very important thing. Now also, you're a member of this planet, you're a member of the human race, and of course you're a member of Humanity's School of Understanding, because all you need to do to be a member is be a human being. But it's important to be involved. You know, I like to say that we come into this life dependent, and yet when we leave, we should be leaving independent, and maybe have some people depending on the things we've given back for the things we've received. So it's important to try to do your part to some degree. And of course, everyone's able to do their part to different degrees, you see. Now, another idea that we have is that of peaceful means. Because, you know, throughout this planet, people are killing each other. And they shouldn't be killing each other. They have disagreements, or they're on power trips, or other reasons. But, you know, it should be a happy life for everyone, not just you or me. And so we've got to find ways for people to be reasonable about how they solve their problems instead of killing each other, because killing isn't necessary. And the final idea that we have in Humanity's School of Understanding is what I call ecology priority. Now, we need this planet more than the planet needs us. We can pollute the planet and do all kinds of things, and basically what will happen is we'll wipe ourselves out, but the planet will go on. So it's important to be aware of the ecology and all the other forms of life that interact with each other in the chain of what would you call it, the chain of ecology, or the chain of, what is that Darwin did? The chain of evolution. And the food chain and things like that. So anyway, those are the 7 ideas of Humanity's School of Understanding. And you know, we have a website which is TRTUS. I'm sorry, let me take that back. The website is geocities.com/TRTUS. You can check that out and you'll get a little bit about Humanity's School. Also, we'll try to do some shows where people can call in and we can discuss all kinds